Hi, I'm Brian Moore, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Soteria Battery Innovation Group. And I'd like to tell you about the lithium-ion battery fire detector that we are coming out with, and kind of what's important about it, what the problem is that this solves. So first, we're talking about a new category of devices. It's a lithium-ion battery vent detector. It's not a smoke detector. It works in tandem with a smoke detector, and I'll tell you how that works in just a minute. But for now, just understand that it detects the venting event for lithium-ion batteries, providing up to 15 minutes of advanced warning before a fire starts. And that's valuable time you can use to get out of the danger zone, call first responders who have the proper equipment and can take care of the event, perhaps before it even starts and causes any damage. So first, what is the problem? Why are we worried about this? And the reason is that battery fires, while they are very rare, and please don't be afraid of your devices, we're talking about 1 in 1,000 to 1 in 10 million events. However, while they're rare, they are unpredictable, they're immediate, and they're ferocious. And let me show you what that looks like. So this is a street side cafe in New York City in the fall of 2022. And when I start the video, you see, of course, people riding around some normal street side afternoon, and that e-bike has just emitted a puff of smoke. That smoke is both toxic and flammable. And you see, as soon as there's a spark, there's an immediate ferocious fire. It happened outside, so in this case nobody got hurt, but if that happens in your house, the time from the beginning of the video until that bike was emitting flames was about 12 seconds. So in 12 seconds you go from a normal afternoon to everything around this device is burning ferociously. If this happened in a house, your house is on fire. If it happened at the egress to that could keep you from getting out of the house, you're going to be looking at windows and other ways out of the house. Uh, but if you have advanced warning, it's a very different story. And so let me talk about kind of why smoke alarms don't work. And the reason is, so smoke alarms detect smoke particles in the air and then trigger an alarm. They work by either using ionization, so a small amount of radioactive material that ionizes the air, and when the smoke gets in there, it disrupts the flow of ions, which reduces the current and it triggers the alarm. It works very well if your cat knocks a candle over on the kitchen table, or if you have a kitchen fire, it'll tell you that you've got smoke in the area and tell you to deal with the fire, call first responders, get to safety. The same thing with the photoelectric detectors. So this is the other type of smoke detector. They use a light beam and a detector, and if smoke gets in between the light beam and the detector, it scatters the light, it triggers the alarm, and again, gives you the protection you should. The NFPA says you should have both of these in your home, and they work. And so please don't stop using them. They're very important devices. They're mandated, and we don't want to disrupt that at all. However, they don't give any warning at all for a battery fire because that battery fire is so immediate and so ferocious. It takes no time at all to go from a perfectly normal room to a room you cannot breathe in or walk near, and that's the problem. So what happens? What's the science behind it? What happens is batteries, after they've been damaged, it could be months after they've been damaged or abused, they will start to heat and pressure will build inside the battery. The case is made to burst, and that burst will release known gases. We know what these are, but they're invisible to a smoke detector. So it's vapors that come out, not smoke. This burst can happen between 3 and 15 minutes before a fire happens. So it's before you get the ignition. If you detect it and you turn off the power to that battery, if it happens to be charging, you might even avoid the thermal runaway event. Now, you might not, and so I don't want to promise that. But even if it's not avoided, this additional warning gives you valuable time to get to safety, call first responders. And so now I'm going to start the video here and show you what this venting event looks like. What you've got here in the middle is a battery that we are going to slowly heat and drive it to vent. And we have to just wait a second for it to happen because it's kind of a small event. And there it happens. The pressure was building, the cap flies off because there was pressure inside, and then these vapors come out, and they're not smoke, they're not solid particles, they're invisible to smoke detectors, But there's enough vapor there to be very easily detected if you have the right sensors. And so that's exactly what we're doing. We are providing a lithium-ion battery vent detector with the proper sensors to detect the venting event for a lithium-ion battery, give you advanced warning. These are available now for pre-order. We'll follow up with further videos to explain how they work, the science behind it, some use cases, and some other things. But for now, for a short period of time, we are offering pre-orders at 50% off our manufacturer's standard retail price, and 10% more than that if you want to order 10 or more, right? So if you have a large area or an industry that you want to protect, if you're a golf course and you want to protect all of your golf carts and plug all your golf carts into this, and you want to order more than 10, then please do. We'll give you an additional 10% off. You can go to www.soteriabig.com/detector or look at the QR code here on the video. And with that, I thank you. I appreciate your time, and we'll look forward to sending you more videos in the future.